Hello there, this is Randall speaking, and welcome back to Warhammer 3 Total War. I am here bringing you today a chaotic civil war where we have the four factions of chaos. Well, not exactly the four factions, but the four gods of chaos represented in the battlefield in another 2v2. We have Slanesh on this side being supported by Nurgle, while on this side we have Singe and Khorne. This is meant to be a showcase of the new DLC that came out. It's been like a week or two since it came out, so I kind of late to the party, but it's meant to be a showcase nonetheless. Although sadly, Festus couldn't make it to the party because I don't have the DLC. So I brought a regular hold of Norgul in one of these wasp things. So yeah, let's go on with the army composition, shall we? As usual, I don't have the player names sadly because of Warhammer 3, so yeah, sorry about it. That's a bit sad, so we don't know who it's playing except for me, but yeah, I don't want to say names because I don't remember exactly who was playing, but yeah, anyway, let's get on with the army composition, shall we? Starting over with the Singe Khorne alliance, we have Valkia the Bloody over here with her Demon Shield and her little spawn of Spear of Slander, with an army of mainly some Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons, a pretty solid unit from what I have seen, pretty cheap as well. The Knights of the Brazen Throne, the Skullcrusher of Khorne Regiment of Renown, and 2 units of Khorne Dogs, Chaos Warhounds of Khorne in the back. In the back, and lastly, this monster of a unit, the Blood Brute of Behemoth of a Gorgon Regiment of Renown with regeneration and a shit ton of damage. Going over to Singe, we have a frontline comprised mainly of Pink Horse of Singe, being commanded by Bilik the Corsling, coming today with Infernal Gateway and Blue Fire of Singe, being supported by some Spawns of Singe, some Chaos Warriors of Singe with Halberds, and where are they? Oh yeah, there they are. The Sever Claw, the Aspiring Champions running around, a very cool looking unit. I really love that look at the Chaos Warriors of Singe. Also, you know, Flamers of Singe, and oh yeah, the Morose Horsemen of Singe. And I think that's it for Singe. A very army, basically waiting for the Morose of Khorne to hold the line for them, and also a few units of the Screamers of Singe, just some cheap anti-large as well. Now, going over to the Nurgle and Slanesh faction, we have this army of Slanesh being commanded by Azazel, coming with a huge variety of spells and flying over in the forest. Also an exalted hero in a Manticore with a Hellfire Sword, Deadly Onslaught, and Bowseeker. Here we have an army of mainly Mars of Khorne as well, but with a few Chaos Warriors of Nurgle to anchor that front line, as these guys are very, very tanky with a very large health pool. Some Chaos Warriors with halberds for some nice anti-large. They're probably going to be engaging the Behemoth. Also, one Chaos Warrior of Slanesh for its very nice area damage with that once it's in melee, and some Bloodletters of Khorne, as well as some Chaos Warhounds here all the way over here in the flank, 3 of them. Mingle over to the Nurgle army, a front line of mainly Nurglings, the very cheap, but not exactly what you will call tanky, but a very large health pool and the reasonably fast. Oh, I'll stand by Bloodletters of Khorne. 2 units of Soul Grinders of Nurgle for some very fun looking artillery that is going to be raining upon the enemy, and is already raining on them. I think firing upon I forget the name, the Pink Horse of Siege. And what else? 2 units of Chaos Warriors of Nurgle with great weapons for some very nice armor piercing, a unit of Salto Plague Bearers of Nurgle, and the Regiment Renowned of the Poach Riders of Nurgle, the Barons of the Bog, who are now coming to engage the Chaos Warhounds. And yeah, lastly, the Herald of Nurgle with a few spells. But anyway, let's get into this battle. As you can see, it's already getting started. The Singe army is coming in with its magical javelins, trying to basically just do some early damage with its magical missiles, and attacking the front line with the Spawns of Singe and the Screamers, as well as Bilik. And the front lines itself, they are engaging right now. Chaos Marauders of Khorne engaging Marauders of Khorne, Nurglings engaging Chaos Warriors, which is not going to be a fun fight for them, but they will at least hold the line for a little bit. Probably when these Chaos Warriors with great weapons engaging. The Barons of the Bog engaging the Warhounds of Khorne, and the corn dogs, which are not going to have a good time. I mean, these guys are not anti-large, but they are still going to be able to deal with these guys quite easily. Meanwhile, over here, the soul grinders are still being able to fire, just raining piles of vomit into the enemy, and the front lines are engaging, and it looks like it's pretty even right now. The Slanesh faction is losing some of its front line, but meanwhile the Chaos Warriors of Norgal are able to hold the line pretty efficiently. Over here, Norgling's still trying to keep the fight going on, and we have a big engagement over here. Oh, I forget what the name is. The big ported spell from Philip the Horseling coming into what I believe is Marauders of Thorn. Yeah, Marauders of Thorn from Cecil, which are not going to have a good time for you. Because we're Singe with Halberds also not having a good time, but we have a Whip coming in to try to support the Chaos War Shrine, and lastly a Cecil coming in to support. This is a big engagement that we have going on the forest, and what's that? What's that? A spell coming on from the Flamers of Singe. I don't know, they just fire from Flamers of Singe, although I don't know what the fuck they're firing at, just the sky in general. But anyway, the front lines continue to engage, and it appears to be going still pretty even out. We have a spell coming on in this side, let's look at it. Oh yeah, that just disgusting thing coming up around, and yeah, not being fun at those Marauders of Thorn. Over here, the Knights of the Brazen Throne getting chopped by the Chaos Warriors of Norgal with great weapons. I mean, these guys should not have a lot of trouble with them, but as they're getting poison and the armor piercing, yeah, they're going to start to take damage. And meanwhile, the Chaos Warhounds of the Slanesh faction are starting to deploy over here. You can see that they're going to start to engaging these Pink Hordes of Singe, who are quite comfortably sitting in the back and just shooting away at the Exalted Plague Bearers. The Soul Grinder is still firing away, she's still doing some damage. It looks like they are now shooting at the Severed Claw, but they probably should change targets to something more, a bigger of a target. I called Norgal coming in for a charge, and I'm not exactly sure why I did that, but it's at least going to shut this Pink Horse for a little bit. Over here, the fight still continues, just a bunch of spells, a bunch of magic coming out, the Flamers of Singe trying to support across the forest, but I cannot see very well if they're having a lot of... Oh, we have now, I forget the name of the spell, Phantasmagoria, with debuffing the leadership and pinning the enemy into place. This is going to be quite good if he wants to escape, or if he wants to deal some nice moral damage, but I don't think he can do anything in that category right now. But Blakia is probably doesn't want to stay there. He's getting teamed up by the Exalted Hero, the Azazel, and the War Shrine, which is probably not good for general health. Over here, the Barons of the Rock coming in for a good charge into the Marauders of Thorn. They're pretty weird of a charge, although I don't... Yeah, they are pretty weird of a charge. Over here, the infantry fight is still going on. The Chaos Warriors of Norgal engaging now the Chaos Warriors of Singe, and it's going to be just a general fight, which I think my guys should be able to win with their greater damage, and you know, they're larger health pool. And meanwhile, over here, the Knights of the Bracing Throne are continuing to retreat. Meanwhile, the Chaos Warriors the Chaos Warriors with poison does appear to be doing nothing at all. I'm now coming back into the back line. But overall, the front lines appear to have disintegrated, and it's quite chaotic right now. Chaotic for the Foster Chaos. Nice. Billick just engaging some Exalted Plague Bearer. There should not be posed much of a threat to him. Maybe the Barons of the Bog will pose a threat to him, but they are currently engaging some Pink Horrors. What is that big monster of Corn doing? The Behemoth. I don't. Oh, it's here. Just trashing the Chaos Warrior, who is, yeah, not having a good time at all, already losing most of his health from what I assume was a pretty small engagement. Azazel appears to be trying to escape. Yeah, I wouldn't want to engage that team. And Singe appears to have won the engagement in the forest with a good amount of support from Valkia, who also took quite a big amount of damage. But yeah. As of now, she should be able to be doing well. Over here, we are still engaging these Pink Horse, and now a fight from the Regiment of Renowned Cavalry. The Knights of the Risen Corn the bracing throne, engaging the Barons of the Bog, and it's not going well for the Barons of the Bog. I mean, I don't know. I guess these guys would be in their better stats overall. And a spell coming in. And let's see what spell it is. I think it's oh yeah, it's that little thing that we saw earlier, the explosive fungus thing, Mockus, that's coming from the ground, and I forget the name of the throw, and not doing quite a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we are trying oh god, I'm losing my words right now. Oh, a nice spell by Billy. Yeah, the Norgal and the Slanesh faction is trying to come around the flank, but they are going to be stopped now by this nice vortex spell who are going to beat my units into place. Over here, the Soul Grinders Slanesh appear to have finally run out of ammo and are now engaging into melee. As you can see, most of their of the Sinch army, of the strength of the Sinch army appears to be coming from this side now that they have won in the forest engagement, and now coming to engage the Soul Grinders, who against this anti-large are not going to have a good time. They're fighting the Sever Claw, who is quite low but still has health, and the Screamers, not a good engagement at all. Over here, more Chaos Wars of Sinch with Halberds coming in, probably coming to engage the Soul Grinders, and the Bloodroot still pretty healthy, thanks to that regeneration, I'm going to assume. Valkia coming in to engage the Barons of the Bog, but she appears to be running away. She doesn't like to engage these melee bastards. Azazel also in the fight, just swinging away and killing as many as he can. Some healing coming in. I think it's coming into the Barons of the Bog. Yeah, coming into the Barons of the Bog, who are not going to be alive very much longer, thanks to the Bloodroot, who is, yeah, not going to be very nice for them. Valkia, I keep messing up her name. Valkia coming in to engage as well, and yeah, these guys aren't going to be long for this ball. They are a nice unit, but against this amount of anti-large and just general damage output, they are not going to have a good time. Azazel's trying to snipe out the Billy with who now has a spell coming in on him. I didn't. Miasma's Pestilence believes his stack, and the Phantasmagorian now also getting his leadership down, and the Poison as well. They may be able to snipe him, but I'm not sure. He looks quite healthy still, and now the Bloodroot, it's coming in for a good old full charge, which is not going to be good for my poor Warriors of Norgal. And yeah, he's spinning, and they're dying, and these guys are also flying around. I didn't look at these guys. They're Chaos Wars of Khorne with dual weapons. I kind of miss them. Over here, one of the Soul Grinders appears to have finally died. I do not see him. Yeah, he appears to have been killed, and this one is dying as well. Sadly, the fight is not going well for us right now. We are kind of getting our asses trashed. The infantry engagement kind of went for the Khorne Knight and the Khorne and the Sinch faction. We didn't get around the flank fast enough with our mobility units. Yeah, they just have like a good amount of infantry left, but also the Bloodroot and Bilik and Valkia are still quite healthy. I mean, Valkia not so much, but you know, that's enough, I guess. Coming over to hunt Azazel, who is just running for his life. I don't know where he just wants to not get into the bad side of these guys. The Herald of Norgal coming in to engage, trying to buy some time, but Azazel coming to the ground, which I don't think was the best idea ever. There's still some support from these Chaos Warriors of Norgal, who are still quite healthy, but among all of this, yeah, Azazel is not going to have a good time, and he's just getting trashed by the Bloodroot now. He's just getting gun raped right now, which he probably likes, to be honest. So yeah, the 700 health, 600 health, he is just getting out of there. Oh no, he's trying to engage Valky now. But the Chaos Warriors know his only support in this battle is retreating, and sadly we are now disintegrating. Azazel has disintegrated, and now, yeah, the poor Herald of Norgal is going to disintegrate. Quite sad. Yeah, it appears that Sinch and Khorne take the day in this battle. Which, yeah, if you only, I don't know, judging the battle, it kind of went badly in the infantry side of things, but maybe we had gotten our mobility started earlier around the flank. We could have turned the stuff around, just cycle charging and getting in the backs of their units. But the forest battle was quite pivotal. Azazel lost quite a lot of units in there. I mean, so did Bilek, but I think Azazel did I mean, the Slanesh faction put a lot more value into that units that he had in there. Looking now at the damage value, that Herald of Norgul doing somewhat nice. He mainly was there for healing. 1200 is not bad. Some good amount for the Soul Grinders, although I don't remember the prices, but I don't think they quite paid for themselves. I have to check that. Meanwhile, the Barons of the Fog, the Bug, I think barely paying for themselves. These Exalted Plague Bearers just getting trashed. Meanwhile, the Curse Warriors of Norgul doing what they could, but just yeah, there was not a lot they could do. Not the Norglings just doing, just having fun. Probably the Norglings look they have fun. I mean, their animations look that they're just having fun all around. Azazel doing 2,333 damage. But sadly, since I don't have the DLC, I don't know how much he costs normally, so I'm going to assume that he was not in his best position. Meanwhile, the Exalted Hero 1,900, yeah, he probably need not pay for it himself. The Chaos War Shrine, I'm not sure how much it pays for themselves, but I'm going to assume that 597 is not that much. Meanwhile, the Chaos Warriors of Norgul doing decently, I guess. This Halbert's doing quite nice. Oh, this Blood Players getting trashed, and the War Marauders just getting trashed as well. Same with the poor Warhounds. It seemed that most of his value was in these 3 units, and he couldn't quite get the value he needed out of them. Milik, meanwhile, getting quite a lot of value, 3,000. As again, I'm not sure how much it is, but I think that's getting near the realms of paying for himself. Those 2 Vortex spells that I saw him do were quite nicely timed and got into. Yeah, they did a lot of damage into some very important units, mainly the Chaos Warriors, which, you know, they're a very tanky unit, but they do not do so well against a big chaotic eye that just eats them, I guess. Meanwhile, the Saber Claw doing 2,700, which is quite nice. I'm going to assume, at least. The Pink Horse doing somewhat bad, somewhat meh, and somewhat quite well. Same with the Spawns of Singe, the Chaos Warriors of Singe not doing... Oh, 1,700! This must be the unit that engage my Soul Grinders because that's a lot of damage. Not a lot of damage for 50%. Yeah, this unit of Screamers did well, and this unit of... Oh my god, this unit of Marvel Horsemen did 1,200. They did very well use of their Javelins. Meanwhile, looking at Corn Valkyria doing 1,900, which I guess is quite good, and 1,900 in a Blood Brute as well. And what looks... Oh, at 2,700. Yeah, what looks some... kind of meh damage on the rest of the units, but yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, as you can see, they mainly won the melee fight and then got the Blood Brute, Valkyria, and Billy to basically carry them to victory, although these guys also did quite well. But anyway, yeah, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry for not being able to upload the last week, but I'll be trying to get a more consistent again. We're just having a little bit of break because of school, but anyway. This was Full speaking, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.